Yeah. You fucking cockroaches. Casey, is it game time?
It's game time. Let's do this.
Get it.
Let's get this shit cracking home, boy. Yes, welcome to Hood Stocks on a Sunday. Early evening, Sunday fun day, baby. All that good shit.
That's right.
Put your electrolytes in the air.
Hey.
And wave them around like you just don't care, baby.
Time to hydrate. Let's go.
Yes. Love you motherfuckers. Like, subscribe, all that good shit. Goonies, tap, yeah, all that. This fucking shirt, dog, is, I don't know, I think we need to spell welcome across it. I feel like a mat right now, bro. I feel like I should be laying in an Armenian's house right now, bro. You know what I mean? I feel like
at the door, dog.
At the door.
The greetings, homie, the greetings.
Yeah, I feel like a Persian rug right now. No, I was looking, and I think my shirt's on backwards.
No, I think you're good.
Is it on backwards?
No. I think you're good.
All right.
And if it is, fuck it, I'll turn mine around and be with you. Like, I got you. Don't even trip.
Shit, I have a feeling this is gonna be the beginning of a beautiful relationship.
You already know.
Me and you, baby girl.
All the way. Let's get it.
You look like you want to kiss me.
Listen, hey. I told niggas that Casey tried it earlier, dog, and I was like, listen, homie, hey, I've been down that route. I said, I ain't scared, homie. I'll just take the hat off so it makes it less gay. I got you.
Hey, he didn't even go in for the peck. He went for the old school. He said that's a homegirl. He went in straight for the hickey.
Hey, he said the hickey.
He went in for a hickey. I gave homegirl that battle wound.
That's right.
Hey, let's pay some bills. I want to give a big shout out to Stizzy, man. Pull up to the local Stizzy shop in your area and cop some of that good, baby. You can also follow them on Instagram at Stizzy Nation. Hey, big ups to my fucking Stizzy, our Stizzy family, man. They fuck with us. They support us. Hey, it's a great to have. I mean, I feel like they're the Nike of weed, if you ask me. You know what I mean? And for to have them on the team is a true honor and a lot of respect. Hey, and that's to go with everybody else I'm about to say too. Not only Stizzy. Hey, Hoodstocks is brought to you by Dying to See Me. Dying to See Me is a podcast that we love and support. Please go to YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Big ups to Matt Montague. He's a cool guy. He's a cool guy. He's a little weird, but you know, Looking for the best criminal defense attorney in the city of Los Angeles? Look no further. Doug Sherrod is our guy, and he could be your guy as well. Mr. Sherrod used to be a federal prosecutor as well as a district attorney for the city of Los Angeles. He didn't like the unfair politics on that side of the fence, so he's going to bat for individuals that have been wrongfully accused or just had a bad weekend, baby. And those bad weekends happen, and man, that shit turn your whole life around, upside down over some dumb shit.
For real.
Alcohol and fucking retards, you know? That's a perfect recipe for jail right there. So stay out of 99 bottles.
Go during the week, not the weekend, y'all.
You can reach Mr. Doug Sherrod at KingKongLawyer.com. KingKongLawyer.com. Casey?
KingKongLawyer.com.
Thank you, baby boy. Looking for some good quality cannabis. Killer quality cannabis. Hit up the folks at Killer Kush. They specialize in bringing you the best quality available from OG to exotic. They got it all,
baby.
Yes, hit them up at killerkushcali@gmail.com or on IG at killerkush__420. And matter of fact, if you live around Whittier, I got a fucking address for you. And this is, I don't have this, I didn't negotiate this with them, but oh shit. I didn't negotiate that shit with them, but 20% off today. Tell them Lucky sent you, you know? Then rewind this bitch and say, look it, you gotta honor it. Lucky said it. 20% off. This is the address. 13739 Leffingwell Road, Whittier, Unit F. Yes, Orange County, stand the fuck up. RJ, stand the fuck up. It's my dog right there. Gutter Phenom is a lifestyle brand that is dedicated to supporting and inspiring individuals who are determined to achieve their dreams. We believe that no matter where you come from, what you've been through with hard work and dedication,
anything is possible.
A portion of our proceeds are donated to organizations that provide vocational training for parolees and scholarships for those in the need of drug and alcohol treatment. And that's probably a lot of our guests. So I don't think this one though. I think. Are you sober?
I am sober. Yeah.
I fucking love that. I love that. You know, so yeah, I like that. Visit gutterphenom.com. Gutterphenom.com. Use exclusive code HoodSocks20 to receive 20% off your order today. Today we got a very special guest. Motherfuckers were hitting me up like fucking months. Oh shit, mad months ago, and they were just like tagging me and tagging me and tagging me. And you know what? Sometimes I'm very disorganized because, you know, at the time I was going to work, I was going to school, dude, mad school. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm taking care of kids, you know, that I'm not even sure of mine. And that's stressful. You know
yeah, 100. Yeah, that's you got to make sure.
I'm not sure if the kids are mine, you know? And so I'm going through some things outside of this shit. And so sometimes, man, I can't believe we had a conversation months back and it just like, it got washed in the fucking DMs, you know what I mean? But I want everybody to give a warm welcome. Your hood's homegirl, Heartless, baby, let's go.
Yeah, what's up, what's good, what's good? Thank you guys for having me on. I appreciate that. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, we appreciate you pulling up on us, fucking with us. You know, I hear a lot of good things about you. People that I know you, and they're just like, shit, dog, she a beautiful soul. You know, and
I appreciate that.
And I like that, you know. I mean, who doesn't like a beautiful soul? Why would somebody say you got such a beautiful soul?
I don't know. You know what? It's crazy because even regardless of what I do, like I'm the same on Instagram, like off Instagram. You feel me? So I feel like there's a lot of authenticity. Like, I mean, I can proudly say that because, you know, everything that I put out like on Instagram, you'll see me doing that shit in real life. Giving back to the community, you know, helping out, being cool, you know, at the same time, like, no te pasas, because, you know, like, I'm very straightforward, you know, straight to the point. I'm very blunt, very honest. So my delivery can be a little much for some people, but I'd rather be that than be fake. I can't fake the funk, dog. So, you know, even friends, family, anybody I meet, like, I'm 100% authentic because I've met some people on Instagram with a little bit of numbers and they're not who they supposed to be. And there's no way I'm going to let somebody say that about me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I fucking hate that shit.
Yeah.
You know what? Heartless, let me tell you this. Are you really Heartless?
No. I'm turning that name around. Okay. Turning that name around. But
so
yeah.
if you turned it around, would you be switching the last letters to the beginning? I mean, how are we doing it? Are you going to...
Frontwards, backwards. Listen, is this a Casey interview right now? Frontwards, backwards, donde vamos? You know what I'm saying? No, I just don't want it to have a negative connotation because I got it in a negative way and I don't want to have it. You know, supersede my life, you know, because we all have a date on our tombstone, right? The year we were born, the year we passed. That dash is what we leave behind, and I'm not trying to leave anything negative behind. You know, I did some crazy stuff when I was youngster, and you know, my name was from a bad breakup. I want to turn that around. I want everybody to know, like, oh, that's Heartless, but she's got a big heart, eh? You know what I'm saying? So,
well, you know what I think? I think no, 100%. I say keep the name, but your actions speak the opposite.
110%.
Right? Yeah, keep the name. I like the name. It's a cold name. Yeah. And then you're like, oh, this Heartless. Hey, my name's Heartless. And then you just fucking, you're giving them beautiful frequencies.
Yeah.
You know, that good shit, you know? And then it's just like, damn, I fucking love Heartless. So I seen you 2 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. I didn't know you worked at 99 bottles of beers on the wall. That's my first time going there.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Shit, okay.
I never been there before.
Yeah.
Me and my cousin pulled up to that shit. Mm-hmm. We saw a bunch of people we knew.
Yeah.
Saw you. Somebody, you know what's funny is somebody was telling me, I'm going to hook you up, bop, with Heartless, you know?
That's crazy.
And then I bump into you.
Yeah. And we were like, kind of like, wait. And I'm like, I think that's lucky, you know what I mean? But, you know, they're having a good time and shit. You know?
Yeah. You know, it kind of fucked up, you know what I mean? We had a good time. Yeah, a really good time. So that place is crazy, man. That place is fucking
we got some
crazy.
good stories, homie. We got some good stories.
Dude, that's a gangster motherfucking paradise right there.
Yeah.
Like, you go in there, and
there's an array of hoods in there.
That shit is banged the fuck out.
100%.
How the fuck you work there?
I mean, I used to party there, but now, I'm head of security, trying to clean everything up. And not even for anything other than just like, we're too old to be going to jail for stupid shit, dog. People want to go out, forget their life's problems, all the bullshit they got to go through at home, at work. You want to come, have a bistro, kick it, listen to some Friedman music, and go home at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, when they got me, when they hired me on, to come through and kind of just organize a little bit. Plus, I have my, my PPO license, insurance, bond, like everything. So, as a business, they got to do business moves and, get their, their end of the deal squared away. So for me, I mean, I've been doing security for 22 years. So this is not something new to me. Plus, I know how to talk to people. Like, I can't talk to the homeboy Pablo the way I talk to, Daniel from fucking CVS. You can't talk to people the same way. You have to learn your dynamic, your the people that come to the bar. Like you said, everybody's hood, so you just got to go in with respect. You know what I'm saying? And you got to teach your people that too, because sometimes, I mean, shout out to the guys there because they've been there for a cool ass minute. But like anybody who wants to come in and do security, they're just kind of like, oh, like you just want to like puff your chest out. You can't do that, bro. No. You can't do that because they will eat you up. And we're just kind of like, you got to learn your lesson, homie. Like, but yeah, it's cool. But it is pretty rowdy, dog. Pretty rowdy, so.
Well, you know what? I like it. 99 bottles. That place is smart and to hire you and have you head of security. Because what more better for gang members than to be policed by their own, somebody that looks like them. Like, dude, like you bang the fuck out, you know what I mean? And you just, you come, like you said, you know how to, approach the situation, you observe it, you're just like, all right, this one eye is over there, this eye's here, this fool fucked up, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you can't be there embarrassing grown-ass men, you know what I'm saying? No. Like, that's one thing you can't do, and I think for me, bringing the guys a different perspective is like, hey, dog, like, pull them outside, like, hey, homie, let me talk to you real quick. Give them some, hey, dog, if you're good, if you're feeding me, you're going to have a good time, cool, we're good, that's it. And then they're like, I respect that. Because if you're sitting there yelling at a grown-ass man in front of 200-300 people, like, you're going to have a problem, bro. You're not going to get the outcome that you want. 100%. So, you got to approach it different.
You're going to be lighting the fuse to that motherfucking dynamite.
That's a small place, bro, to be lighting dynamite because we all going to get hit on me. Like, yeah. So it's cool.
100%. So how long have you been working there for?
I've been there since May. But I mean, I've been partying there, and then my tattoo studio is right next door, so it's super convenient for me. Like, I run my security company and my tattoo studio out of the the
so
building
that's like your block.
Yeah.
That's your parking lot.
Yeah.
Don't fuck around.
Literally.
Like, you walk around there like the motherfucking mayor and shit.
You got to. But, like I said, we welcome everybody. And, since I'm cool, like, that's why I call myself the hood's homegirl. Because I get along with everybody. I got no beef, chicken, or steak with nobody. If they got it with me, it's just because I'm everything society doesn't want to win, dog. I'm Latina. I'm gay. I'm tattooed. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it just, like, it's everything that, I do get a lot of pushback sometimes. I mean, you saw in the comments. And I see, little things right there. But it's all good, dog. I've been called worse by better, you know what I'm saying? So I've been bullied my whole life. I'm a comeback queen. So there's there's nothing anybody can say to me. Plus, anybody that says anything about you, that's a reflection of themselves. That's not about me.
Let's
you know what I'm saying? So
beef, chicken, or steak.
I got no beef, chicken, or steak. I'm beefing with everybody, homie. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Good. I love that shit, man. You are just a fucking natural. Like, you are just on here shooting your shit. You super comfortable.
Yeah.
So you used to have a podcast, and
I did. Everybody was telling me to jump on it, because I go on live on TikTok a lot, on my Instagram. And I do like my version of Olympia because I'm also a student of curanderismo. So I'm learning that part of it. I dived into our cultura, my background, where we came from, my family. So that's in me. So if you see on my bio on my Instagram, I call myself the hood healer too, because I don't want no degrees. I don't need no degrees. I don't have time to go to school, but I come from life experiences. So I feel like if my platform, like, I'm blessed with the platform, but to me, honestly, bro, like, the numbers next to the K don't mean shit to me. I'm still real. I'll go kick it in my hood back home. I still kick it with the homies. I'm not better than anybody. I just have a voice and a platform to be able to tell the little guys, like, hey, what do you want to say? I got you right here. What's good? Yeah. Bringing things to the forefront. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, even when all that vendor stuff was going on, and, I had my security company, and this was like right before COVID or like during COVID, I started this project Proteger, and it was just me and like a couple of my guys who work for me going out in our cars, just kind of sitting there next to vendors and just making sure people don't fuck with them.
Yeah.
You know, I was giving out trash bags, hand sanitizer, masks, you know, anything that like, you know, to help, you know, protect them, gloves, whatever they had to do, like on my time. And then all of a sudden, you know, like all my followers were like, hey, like, can we donate? And I was like, no, like this is coming from me. Like, I'm cool. And they're like, no, but we want to donate. So I was like, I mean, I just don't like to deal with the whole money thing, but I was like, cool, I'm really transparent with that and showed everybody everything. It was crazy, bro. Crazy.
Motherfuckers are treacherous when they fucking donate money, dude, because you can have a new pair of shoes the next day.
Forgetting I had 3 other highlights. Like, bro, this is where my video's coming from. It's not from you, homie. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Man, they did me fucking doolo one time on some donation shit, and it was very disrespectful because it was something on my homeboy's. It was on my home donations for my homeboy Demon's funeral, dude. And these dudes put out some shit that you know that is unacceptable. And if you've seen the individual, you ever see when Bart Simpson gets his head ringed out and his stung head? Like you want to get the dude like that, you know. And that's it. You know what I mean? Just a little, you know, wring the neck out real quick. You know, you know, something gentle. You know, it just and it got so bad because these dudes that are on here, like they love you 1 minute and the next minute they're gonna fucking try to burn your house down.
100%.
They're gonna burn your shit down. They're gonna be fuck you and everything that you did within the community. It's all canceled out because you did one fucking thing that they don't like or they think that you did. You know what I mean? Which is a horrendous act. But anyways, with that situation, I had to, man. I told my homeboy's brother, right, and I was like, dog, I hate to ask this of you, bro. But, you know, tell him, you know, do me a video. And this was just months later. I got tired of it. You know what I mean? It was like kind of like the last straw, you know? I said, dog, do me a video. And he's the one that I gave the money to. You feel me?
Yeah, of course.
You know, a nice chunk of money and extras because when you donate to YouTube, you don't get all that money because YouTube takes a percentage on donations. Yeah. And so I still covered, you know what I mean?
That portion of it,
That portion that YouTube took, you know?
That's what's up.
And I had to put my homie, you know, my little homie, his brother on the thing to say, hey, guys, cut that shit out. Start that shit out. Fucking Lucky donated to my brother's. He gave me all that money, you know?
Yeah. And to have to do that just kind of kills you too. Like, man, he's already going through enough. Guys had to come and verify this shit and co-sign it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'll never do that again for these motherfuckers. I'll never do that again.
I don't blame you.
That was a lesson learned from me, but I was new to the game, you know, and I was very offended because that's not who I am, you know?
Exactly.
When I'm on drugs, like, you know, something can fucking potentially happen, you know? Some doulo scandalous shit.
Yeah.
But, you know, as long as I ain't smoking no meth or crack cocaine, I think the money's gonna get there safely.
That's what I'm talking about. And it's crazy because like I saw like, you know, your interview with Alex and people were telling him like the homeboy that called in and said, you know, like about like, well, we need to do something different. And we're like, well, what are you doing? I got that shit too. I organized a rally in my city of Santa Ana and I had people talking shit like, well, what are you doing just standing out there? And I'm like, well, what are you doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm putting in my work, but the only reason why I put it out there, I'm not putting it for a pat on the back. I don't need recognition. You know what I mean? And it caught waves. I literally did it in like 3 days. I was like, you know what? Let's just do it on Thursday. We're like, all right, fuck it. Whoever comes. You know what I mean? And then shout out to the homegirl CC from radio. She put it up on the radio for me because like, you know, that's the homegirl. It caught wind, news came or whatever, and then it was still like, you didn't do enough. And I was like, I'm cool, dog. Like I'm cool. Like I said, I don't need no, you know, pass on the back. But you know, people will hate you for the way other people love you and the way other people fuck with you.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean?
There.
So it's just like, but you can't, you know, we can't stop being good people because 2 or 3 out of the thousands think that we're shit. You feel me? Like, you got to keep going. We got to keep going. We got to keep
I wish these motherfuckers
shit.
Knew me back in the day and shit when I was really out there in them streets because I really gave them a reason. Gave motherfuckers reasons to fucking hate me.
Exactly.
Smacking dudes up, bro. You know, I was fucking, man, relentless on these motherfuckers. And my homies contest to that shit.
I hear you.
And I'm not trying to big myself up, but who I am now is just a beautiful person from who I was before.
Yeah.
You know, and I worked hard to change, you know.
Of course.
I worked hard to change because, you know, I wanted a better life, you know. I was tired of just hanging around horrible people, and I was one of the horrible people. I had to hang around myself. Dude, I had to fix myself, you know? Did you ever have any points in your life where you were just like a horrible person? You just had to fix yourself?
Too many times. But you know what? That's the beauty of being human, being alive and being able to do that shit all over every day. You know, when I know it's cliche, people say like you wake up, you get a brand new day. You really do. And you just got to decide like, is it day one or one day? Like, you got to get tired of your own shit. You feel me? Like, so you got to do something, because at the end of the day, nobody's going to help you. Nobody's going to come to your aid. You got to pick yourself up. And if you have a good support system, that's cool. You know what I mean? Like, it's good to have people support you. But at the same time, like, at the end of the day, if you're by yourself, you go to sleep with your thoughts at night. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to go to sleep with your conscience. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, and then sometimes too, like, God, whatever you believe in, will pull that rug from underneath you and sit your ass down and be like, you need to do something, because I'm not going to keep giving you these chances to keep sliding by. You know, and that's what happened to me. And I was like, well, fuck, I guess, like, here I go. You know what I mean? Like, I got to get on the, the straight and narrow, but it happens either, inadvertently or on purpose, and, out of your control or in your control. But you gotta decide that shit, bro. Like, you can't be a piece of shit your whole life and then complain that nothing's going for you, nothing's happening. Why am I still stuck? Like, you know what I mean? You can't do that. You got to keep pushing forward.
You see, we're already finishing each other's sentences.
Okay, listen.
Let me see what you look like with your hair done.
Hey, I'll take it home right now. Hold on real quick.
I'm just fucking with you. Hold on, I might have a problem over there. She said, clack.
Right, ready.
One more thing, motherfucker, out of you.
Shu enters the chat.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great. I wouldn't even be mad at her. I would give her a hug and apologize and tell her thank you. I needed that. Sometimes you need shit like that, dog.
Yeah.
I like to get into a little bit of your story. Can we get into your story?
Yeah, of course.
Can we talk about, like, dude, like, who is heartless, right? Where you come from? You got mom, you got a dad? Are you from an orphanage? Like, people need to know who you are.
The store came and brought me down, dog, and said, here you go. We gave you the hood's homegirl and a little blue bandana, and we dropped her off in the hood. No, so I was born in Santa Ana. Okay. And my whole family's from Orange County, from Santa Ana is where I'm rooted at. My parents got divorced, and my mom met my stepdad, and he was stationed out in New Mexico. That's where his family was from. So,
stationed?
He was a Marine Corps. Yeah. So shout out to the Marines. I'm a Marine Corps baby.
Let's go, baby. Yeah. I like that.
He raised me.
He raised you, but he wasn't your dad?
Yes, yeah. He raised me, but he was my stepdad. So he raised me from the age of 3 to, I think, I was like 15 by the time I moved back home to be with my dad. So she moved us over there, moved me away from my dad. They had an ugly custody battle. Everything was obviously, divorce, ugly nuts. I grew up in a really small town called Carlsbad, New Mexico, and it's probably about 2.5 hours northeast of El Paso, Texas, right? And super small town. I'm talking 1 high school, 2 middle schools, 3 elementaries, like small as fuck. Like the population was like super tiny.
New Mexico?
Yeah, New Mexico. Yeah, New Mexico.
I got family in New Mexico, the Nunez family. Our family originated when they first came from Mexico. They were part of I think they called it the first frontier, 3 generations ago, and they went from Mexico to New Mexico. Oh, so when I was a kid, I would go to family reunions, young. Oh, I only went to 1, dude. So I don't know why I put an S on that. But we drove there. Yeah. So it felt like it was like multiple of them. But I just remember this mountain, and I mean to cut you off, but there was a mountain with like Jesus on it. You know what I'm talking about? Our cross? That's out that way?
No, I think you're probably a little more north than me.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're like literally on the tip, like right where, New Mexico and Texas are in the cut. And I was raised there, super straight edge Catholic family. Like, life was good, bro. I didn't grow up in the hood. I grew up in a nice area. And it was just me. I was an only child till about 10 years old when my stepdad and my mom had my little brother. And, like I said, we never went without. My mom was the head trauma nurse for our hospital. My dad was the head of security for a government plant. And I had no struggles as a youngster. I ain't even gonna lie to you. And then they got a divorce when I was 13, and everything went downhill. He got my brother. He moved out of our house. It was just me and my mom. My mom had a nervous breakdown, forgot she had another kid, aka me. She started doing her own thing, got into drugs really bad, got into drinking. She left the house, was never home. So I relied on like one of my older homegirls, rest in peace. She took care of me. She would stop by my pad, and it would just be me at home by myself. And I was a straight A student, dog. Like
in New Mexico,
super
right?
square. Yeah.
How old are you at this time?
When they got a divorce, I was 13.
Okay.
Yeah. When they separated, I was 13. And I had I had a suspicion of why, and it's because I caught my mom cheating on my dad. My mom would take me in the car to drive her to her Sancho's house. She would give me $100 and the keys to the car. I was the only 12-year-old with a fucking ride, dog.
Yeah.
Mobbing around the city, like picking up my homegirls, like, hey, let's go through. You know what I mean? Like, kicking with all my friends and shit. And then she'd be like, she paged me because I had a pager. She'd page me and be like, it would say like her phone number to go pick her up. So I'd be like, oh, she's at her friend's house. Me, you don't question your mom, man. Not a Mexican mom. Like, you do what you gotta do. And then me being the cool kid in the car, had money. I was cool. Like, it was all good. Until like I went to go pick her up one time with my boyfriend at the time, and I was like, we were waiting outside, and I saw the silhouette in the blinds. She picked her pants up, and I was like, well, nobody has a big ass window like that in the bathroom. What is this? And mind you, I have no issues talking about this. I talk about this all the time because this happened, and this is a really, really big pinnacle point in my life. And I saw her picking her pants up. She got in the car. Me and him kind of looked at each other like, did you just see that? He's like, no, you didn't see that. She got in the car, whatever. The next day, my dad, my mom, me and my brother were in my room. My little brother's 10 years younger than me. And we were playing in the room, and he's like fucking with my Nintendo and shit. And I'm yelling at him. My mom walked in, was like, kind of telling us, to calm down and shit. And then I was like, hey, can I ask you something? She's like, yeah. I'm like, are you having an affair on dad? And she closed the door and she's like, what did you say? And I said, are you having an affair on dad? Yeah. She started beating the shit out of me. And my stepdad walks in and was like, what the fuck is going on? And she's like, she called me a bitch. And I looked at her like, no, I didn't. She's like, say it one more, you didn't say that. She literally beat the shit out of me, dog. And my stepdad was like, I'm so disappointed in you. How could you, we don't raise you that way. Damn. And it was just to cover up her shit. And then 2 months later, I come home my first day of freshman year in high school. She's sitting on the table just like so crazy, just like this with a glass top. And she's like this, and I walk in, and I'm like, where's dad? Where's Aaron? My little brother. And she was like, they're gone. And I'm like, well, what happened? And I look on the paper, and I'll never forget, dog, it says petition for dissolution of marriage. And I was like, okay, I'm no fucking lawyer. I'm only a freshman, but I know what that means. Yeah. And I was like, well, why? Like, what's going on? And she's like, remember when you asked me if I was having an affair on him? And I just kind of looked at her, dog, and she was just like, he found out. And that day, Lucky, I swear to God, my respect was gone for my mom because she lied to me. Yeah. She lied. And my mom to me was like next to God, bro. Like, she took care of me. She loved me. So for her, I was kind of like, damn, dude, like, you beat the shit out of me, and I was right. And it was just like, to you, I never said nothing to my dad, but then my stepdad kind of had a vendetta against me and his family. Well, why didn't you say anything? And I was like, first of all, I'm a child. Yeah. That is not my business, number one. Number two, I'm not, like, what was I supposed to say? The lady whooped my ass until he moved out, and then was kind of like, oh, you know what? Yeah, you were right. And ever since then, like, I've had a really, like, ugly relationship with my mom.
You never patched anything up, huh?
No, we tried, but she got really bad into, drugs. She pops, prescription pain pills. Like, that's her thing. She tried to unalive herself a few times, blamed me every single time for it. And it was just, it was a lot to bear as a kid. Like, when you're 14, it's like, you just, everything was blamed on me because I was the only person that was there. She didn't have nobody else to blame, and she refused to take accountability for her own actions. And it was just easier to blame me because I was there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it was really. Yeah. It was pretty nuts.
Yeah, fucking. I kind of know how that feels like. Like when you just ain't got a good relationship with your family. That shit hurts.
It's painful.
I'm 46 years old. You know what I mean? And I still carry the fucking pain and shit.
100%.
The people that brought you into this world, or the woman that brought you into this world. You know what I mean? She don't fucking like that shit. It's a horrible feeling, And I don't know. I mean, you can go to like therapy, you can do mushrooms, and it's just still nothing take it away.
Nothing will fill that void, bro. Trust me, I deal with it all the time, and my relationship with her, or lack thereof, is the reason why I have really bad relationships with women, because I'm like, my mom walked out on me. Who are you? Yeah, I'm like that with everybody though, and it's a really ugly, way of thinking. I'm 40 years old, and I would be lying if I didn't say, like, I have my mommy moments where I would love to be like, Mom, guess what? I'm gonna be on Hoodstocks. I tell my dad, and my dad's my number one fan, bro. He's like, fuck yeah, hell yeah. Where do I tune in? Where do I look? You know what I'm saying? Like, my dad's that's my best friend right there, bro. And
that's sick. And that's his stepdad, right?
No, actually, well, both of them. I'm really good with my stepdad. My stepdad actually came to hang out for my 40th birthday, and my little brother surprised me with him. It was like the best shit ever. And him and my real dad get along great, because my real dad was like, thank you for stepping up when I wasn't there, and they have a great relationship with each other too.
Yeah, that's good. I'm happy to hear that. Good relationships they're important. Yeah. If you don't, so for so many years I maintained horrible relationships because I was on drugs and I was bugging the fuck out, running around with guns and robbing shit, and acting a motherfucking fool. And now I really cherish making good relationships. Like today, after today, me and you, we're homies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we're gonna fuck with each other. 100%.
Definitely,
You got my number. Like it's so I try to really maintain now good relationships, and sometimes I'm not really good at it. I'm not good at it, but I am aware of it.
Yeah, self-awareness is bigger than anything else. So I mean, you're self-aware now, and I think as we get older, our mentality changes, and I feel like that's where all the people that we've known for so long be like, "Hey, you changed, Lucky." Well, yeah, motherfucker, I ain't trying to be the same person I was 5 years ago. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to be the best version of yourself every day. You know what I mean? That's why I fuck with the whole name Hood Stock. She like, bring your stock up. You know what I'm saying? Bring your stock up in your livelihood. Your manhood, your womanhood. What are you doing? What legacy are you leaving for your kids? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you still want to be that mocoso that was running around the streets gangbanging? Like, you know what I mean? Like, all respect to everybody who still does it, but like at the end of the day, dude, like you got to grow up. Like I did all that shit as a youngster too. So now I'm looked at as a sellout because I'm a security guard. I'm like, bro, I ain't no cop, homie. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm security. I'm like, like I know how that cold hard still feels, homie. Like, you know what I'm saying? But
it's
like
business, baby.
Yeah, it's business. You know what I mean? It's nothing crazy like that. But like I said, like I feel like I bring a better perspective because I've been on that side of the law. So I'm not gonna sit here and judge you. I'm trying to calm you down. De-escalation is everything, bro. 100%. Like communication will fix a lot of shit, but a lot of people aren't. They're just ignorant, and ignorance is lack of knowledge, bro. Lack of wanting to communicate, lack of wanting to comprehend. Because you can communicate with somebody, but if they're not comprehending what you're saying, you're talking to a wall. But at least the effort's there. You know what I'm saying? Like the effort's there to communicate with an individual and talk to them and see where they're coming from. Like that's all I do. Like when I'm on live to put, you know what I mean? Like on my lives, giving my platicas and whatever, and I always get the haters, like we were just talking about, you know what I'm saying? But I get it, I take it in strife, bro, because it's kind of like, bro, like you're angry at me, why? Just because I'm a girl? Like if I was a dude, you wouldn't be talking to me like that. I guarantee you, you know what I'm saying? But
they're gonna still talk shit. They talk shit.
I'm like, it comes with the territory, though, I'm used to it.
These fuckers are savages.
Yeah.
So you told me that you had a boyfriend at the time when you picked up your mom. What was why did you why'd
I jump the fence?
Yeah, I mean you
well, nobody told me it was horrible on this side, or else I would have stayed with the guys. I think they're way easier to deal with than females, but that's just fine. No. So I mean, honestly, like, so in high school when I moved back over here to be with my dad when I was 15. Okay. So my dad got me as an adult, because by then I was selling dope just to eat. My homegirl, like I said, my homegirl, rest in peace, gave me my first tattoo. Like, she would come and check up on me and be like, bro, you ain't got no food in your house, homie. Like, what I'm like, my mom hasn't been home in 3 days, dog. Like, I don't know. I don't have a job. Like, I'm fucking 13. What am I going to do? And she's like, look, I don't have many things to teach you, but I'm going to teach you how to never depend on somebody again. It may not be the most ideal way, but I'm going to help you out. She's an older homegirl. She's a few years older than me. And, she just, taught me how to flip weight and do all that stuff. And the older homies hated me. But I'm like, bro, I'm a kid in high school. I had great grades. I'm fucking great at math. I'm articulate. I'm educated. I can talk. So, of course, all the homies were kind of like, well, why the fuck? You know what I mean? But the homegirl was like, look, like, she's like, obviously, I can't tell you all this if you're not part of it. You know what I mean? And I was like, I get it, So she gave me my putazos. I had to do my thing, you know what I mean? But I was still like going to school, playing ball, because I played basketball my whole life. And, that was just literally to eat, dog. Like I was literally just, selling weed or whatever, like just to eat, because my mom wasn't home. So I had to fend for myself. So when my mom's side of the family came to get me and they brought me back with my dad, he had just gotten remarried. Yeah. And I was over here thinking, I'm fucking grown. I was paying bills. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was doing all that. My dad's like, you can be a kid. I have no idea what the hell that was. Like,
what did he say again? He said you didn't know what meant? I'm sorry.
No, I didn't know what it meant to be a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was grown. I was doing all kinds of, you know what I mean? Like, I was, like I said, getting money to feed myself, and you know what I mean? And try and like help out my mom, but like she was never home. So it was literally to fend for myself. You know what I'm saying? So when I moved over here, he was just like, just be a kid. I went back to school, had to kind of repeat, during summer school, like some school that I missed or whatnot when we moved over here. And then after that, like I played ball. I had a high school boyfriend. Actually, well, he was a crush. We didn't get together until after high school. And that was like my high school sweetheart. We were engaged. I was pregnant. I had a miscarriage.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So like, we like, it was a real thing. Like I was in love with this man, but.
Was he unhung? Was he like hung like a horse?
He was, dog. Yeah. I ain't even gonna lie to you. So I So I hate but you know, like keeping it real, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of people too are like, what? I'm like, bro, that's why I'm not a guy basher, bro. I can't. I was with men before. Like I have great relationships with guys if they're open to it. A lot of guys are intimidated by me, and I'm like, look, I don't want to be a dude, but I'm fat and I don't look good in leggings, so I dress like a vato. You know what I'm saying? Like I got my 3X shirt because I'm a big bitch, and you know what I'm saying. So I'm comfortable like this, but I'm not that type of stud, bro. Like I'm not walking around grabbing my invisible shit. Like I don't do that, dog. I don't. You'll never catch me doing shit like that.
Some pussy, though.
I mean, I won't say nothing, but you know.
You gotta write a book because I'll buy that shit. Fucking, you know, girls know what to do. Yeah. Guys are just experimenting, trying to figure it out. And if you have a partner, she's gotta put you up. Like, hey, fool, you fucking like do it like this, or do 8s.
Talk to your lady, fella. She will tell you what she needs, what she wants. Do not think you know. And plus, not every female is the same. So you can't be all when one girl do some shit and she's like, I don't like that. Like, you got to talk to your partner, bro. But that's where grown conversations have to happen in your relationship. Yeah. Like, you know, that you got to figure out. Do you want kids? Do you want to get married? Do you want to buy a house? Like, what do you want to do? No, I just want to fuck around. All right, cool. Then you have your shit set up. If she puts on the fucking jersey to play, then it is what it is. You know, she can't complain. You know,
a long dong. I mean, a long.
Yeah, long one, right? Yeah. So no, he was my high school sweetheart, and then after high school, my dad said, I'm gonna give you 2 months, and then the rest of your life's gonna begin. You got to do something, work, go to school, do whatever. So I started going to school, and I had a full-time job. He was fucking around, still drinking, doing Nas, getting high, and I was like, I love you, but like, there's life after high school. Yeah. Damn. I was like, there's life after high school. So he's like, let me get my shit together and I'll come back. Well, needless to say, he never came back, but like, we're best friends. That's my boy right there.
To this day?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. That's my boy. Yeah.
Was that the last dude you been with?
Yeah, he was the last guy.
Damn. Sometimes does he like pull up and pair of tight ass sweats and try to...
He will literally hit me up sometimes because he knows that I pierced, and he'll be like, hey, can you do a Prince Albert on me? I said, bro, that might try too much trauma to you at 40 years old, dog. Like,
what's a Prince Albert?
It's when the tip of the dick is pierced.
Oh,
so it's
shit.
Obviously for the female's pleasure, but I'm like, I don't know how you could, I don't know how you could go through that.
Well, dudes were doing that shit in the penitentiary. Fools were like in the back, the motherfucker sharpened the toothbrush, they get the rosary beads, they pull the skin up, stab the dick, and stuff fucking rosary beads in that shit.
Yeah, because you can crazy. Get Teflon balls put in the shaft of your penis. Yeah, like literally. Piercers, like, trust me, I've seen the homegirl do that shit, and I was like, I don't know how. Yeah.
I mean, I'm really not about that life. Like, I was seeing all these folks doing it, and then then these dudes get carried away because it's kind of like a tattoo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then you want another one, and then you want another one, and next thing you know, your dick's looking like a payday bar.
The Chipotle bag after a while, dog.
It just looks ridiculous.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Fuck.
For real.
So we were talking about your family getting you to come out here. Excuse me.
Shout out to that burp.
Sorry, but I really apologize. I'm not trying to be rude to you or disrespectful.
You're good.
You came from New Mexico out here. I know you said you were born out here. Baba, you out here. I mean, was it just kind of like, fuck, dude? Like New Mexico and the Southern California is a little different.
Super different, bro. But the dynamic is different. People are different. I got hit up all the time because I still dress like a chola. I had, my Dickies, my Ben Davis, and my dad was like, yeah, you can't be doing that shit no more. You gotta fucking figure it out, so. I had, my fair share of people like kind of hitting me up about things or whatnot, and then, I just minded my business, bro. Like just what I do now. Put my head down, 10 toes down to the ground, mind my business, do my thing, take care of myself and my family. I have kids now, so I'm like, I take care of that, and just gotta do what you gotta do. So
how is it? Are they your kids or your partner's kids?
No. So so after me and old boy split up. When I was pregnant, I had a really good friend I was friends with. She was pregnant at the same time. And we were kind of going through some shit, kind of leaned on each other. I had a miscarriage. She was still pregnant. She kind of like, put me through all that. We got each other through those things. And then honestly, like I just fell in love with her as a person. And she had never been with a girl. I had never been with a girl. And it was kind of like, shit. I love you, like just like who you are, So, I mean, we were together for, a couple years, nothing crazy, but I still stayed in the girl's life. So my kids are 19 and 17.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
19 and 17.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
Yeah. So I still, I'm still there. You know what I mean? I'm still the present parent, and those will always be my girls. And I feel like too, like maybe that miscarriage was for me to love kids whose parents didn't want to love them. You know what I mean? Whose dads didn't want to love them. So.
I want to ask you a controversial question.
Absolutely.
So we had a conversation here one time, and you know what? Like, I don't really give a fuck like what way you swinging. Like it's your business. You know what I mean? But anyways, the conversation was: are people born like that? Are they turned out? You feel me?
I feel like I always had an attraction to females, but growing up in a Catholic house, there was no way I could even mention those type of like feelings.
Hell no.
So you got to play the role. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, like I was in love with my ex. You know what I mean? Like I loved him. I was in love with him, but I feel like it was just that wasn't. I wasn't happy. You know what I mean? Like, most girls would have stayed and like stuck it out. I'm like, oh, he'll change, And I was just kind of like, get your shit together. And I'm like, oh, I'm a little too alpha to be with a guy. Because he was kind of like, hey, what the fuck? Like, don't muscle up on me. You know what I mean? Like, I was just, that's why I'm like, no, I can't. You know what I mean? So I think, like I said, I think I just kind of, played the role and did all that because, I couldn't say nothing different. You kidding me? Like, I'm pretty sure my mom beat the shit out of me if I said that. You know what I mean? Like, so. That was never any.
It's so tough for kids that might feel like, hey, I'm not attracted to, well, I'm not, I'm different, right? The Bible says this, right?
Yeah.
The Bible says this, and they feel different, and then they're in a Catholic home and they can't they're scared to voice how they feel, and then I don't know, that's just, like, I don't know how that feels, but I'm sure it's probably hard on people that live in those households.
Yeah, it's hard as an adult. You know what I'm saying? Like I go to the bathroom just like this, and it's like, oh, you're in the women's bathroom. Please give me the respect to know that what restroom I'm going into, because I squat and piss like the rest of you bitches. Like, so, and then two, I'm like, dude, I need a sponsorship from my sports bra, because if you can't see the double D's, dog, like I don't know where y'all are looking at. You're just looking at a hat, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's uncomfortable for me, and I just, that shit sucks, bro. Like going in the bathroom, I have to clear my voice because I have a very feminine voice, so it's not like I'm walking in all, I don't talk like that.
And
so
I'm glad you don't do that too. I'm glad you don't.
No, there's no way.
Big dog?
No, like, I feel like homies say that shit, you know what I mean? But I'm just like, I'm me. I love being a female, except for once a month. But I love being a female. I don't want to be a dude. I'm not trying to take a man's place. I'm not trying to do that. You know what I mean? Like I would never try to do that. That's not my stilo. I don't get down like that. Maybe some older homegirls do that shit, or even the youngsters. That's cool. That's your thing. But that's not me. Like I don't refer myself to as a dude. Like the homies call me bro, homie. I'm cool with that. But like sir is like, come on, dick, really, homie? Like,
excuse me, sir.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck, I didn't get my brocha today? That's crazy. I thought I shaved it before I left my pad. Like, you know what I mean? But other than that, I stay out of people's way. And the fucked up part is too, like in my relationships, I don't do PDA because I gotta fight for my relationship.
What is PDA?
Public display of affection. So it's hard for me to kiss and love on my girl because I gotta defend that. I gotta defend it, and I don't like it. And it's fucked up because she feels some type of way about it. And I totally understand, but it's like, bro, even just walking, not holding hands, you're gonna hear like, oh, how the fuck did she pull her? And I'm like,
that's your lady time. Right there? Mm-hmm. Damn, you scored, bro.
So I get it. So I get it all the time, and it's kind of like, no, and I'm just kind of like, bro, I'm not in here in competition. I don't want your lady. I'm not doing that. Like, but let's be honest, people are attracted to my vibe. They're you know what I mean? Like they're just attracted just to me as a person, like not even looks or nothing, like on no gay shit. Like it's just like who I am as a person. Like I get hit on by guys too. So all you motherfuckers talking shit, if I can show you my DMs, bro, or even just in person, like, but that makes me feel good because at the end of the day, it's not even about wanting to like be attracted to somebody, but they're just like, bro, like there's just something about you, like I love that shit, and I appreciate that. But I'm not sitting here outing nobody out like, hey, this fool fucking came out. It's not like that. It's just like makes you feel good as a person that 100%. I'm not a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not out here trying to fucking demasculate men. Like fuck, that's why I'm like, bro, I'm fat and I don't look good in leggings. I like to dress like fucking. You'll catch me in plain t-shirts and my fucking, my cutoff shorts. Like I'm just, you know what I mean? Like I'm not trying to be in competition with nobody but me. You know?
Salute to you on that. You know what I mean? Because there is some females that are, I don't know, what is the proper lesbos, dykes, what is the proper?
So okay,
what is
so
the proper?
for me, like being an older head, dyke for me is disrespectful. It's like calling a gay guy a fag.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Okay. No. The education, bro. I'm all about communication, education. So like, but if you get really older homegirls who are older than me, and I'm 40, I just cut a homegirl's hair. She's older. She's an older lesbian, and she calls herself a dyke because like back in the day, that's how
that
like
was the
they
thing,
kind of 100%.
Yeah, because that's what I know.
Yes. But now guys say it to be like disrespect. Oh, you fucking fat dyke. I'm like, oh, I'm glad you have 20/20 vision. Please tell me something I don't know. Like that's literally.
What about butch?
Butch to me, I'm sorry, but butch to me is a girl in a cutoff Wrangler shirt, like with a piece of hair in her mouth. Dog. Like, that's not me. Yeah, no. I mean, I've been called a stud, and then like now it's like mask. I don't agree with the whole pronoun bullshit, and I'm gonna get a bunch of flack of that from my ABC community. But like, I'm too old school, bro. Everybody sat in their house and just started making shit up during COVID.
What about carpet muncher?
Listen, I like hardwood floors, so there's nothing.
Like that.
You know what I'm saying?
Hardwood floors. Yeah,
but
let me wax your hardwood floors, right?
Right?
Yeah, for sure. I like that.
Let me take care of that. Yeah. So you know what I mean? Like, but I feel like guys just say that shit to like try and get me where it hurts, and it's like, bro, because you can't attack my character. I'm female as fuck, and I stand on that. I'm female. I'm respectful. I come at people with respect. So the only thing you're gonna attack is my looks. Listen, if that's all you got on me, it's cool, dog. Like, what? Let me see your credit score. What are you doing for your kids? Are you taking care of your kids, or am I taking care of your kids? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's shit like that. But it's always just like, like I said, I'm not a guy basher, but like, damn, dude, like it's just like the story I was telling you. Well, I was going to tell you about last night. There was a homie who came to the bar and got a little rowdy and got in my face and like I don't know if he expected me to back away, but like he was literally like spitting in my face. That's how close he was, and he was just talking shit, doing his neighborhood thing. And I'm looking at him like, bro, first of all, like I'm not scared of nobody. I'm not trying to fight nobody. I'm not trying to do all that. I have a lot more to lose than a motherfucker who comes up to me doing that shit. Yeah. So I'm not trying to do all that. But I'm no punk ass bitch. You're not gonna come up to me and punk me because I bleed once a month. You don't scare me. The only person on this earth that puts fear in my heart is my dad. You know what I'm saying? Nobody else. Like I'm cool. You know what I mean? Like I said, I've been called worse by better. You know, my own mom walked out on me like, you think some fool coming up to me like, you don't impress me, bro. But even then, it's just kind of like, if I were to see him and he apologized, it is what it is, dog. I'm not gonna hold a grudge against you. Like, you had some alcohol, your nuts were a little big last night. Well, my fucking testicles were bigger, and I didn't back away. And I'm pretty sure, it's kind of like, well, shit, like she ain't gonna like walk away from me. And it's like, bro, like I'm gonna let you talk your shit. I'm not gonna swing and hit you. Like for what? You're projecting. That's cool. I'll take it. It's all good. I get it. You know what I mean?
Let's take a break. Let's take a break and let's open up. Yeah, pay some bills. Yeah. And can we take some phone calls?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, and also too, I'm interested on like I think the hood healer. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm kind of interested on some of the stuff you be spitting in the game, or is it just random stuff that people throw out to you?
Well, they bring up topics, we get into it.
We'll save it until after the break.
Okay, maybe drop a couple gems before we end it.
Let's do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Love you guys. Bob, let's pay some bills real quick. Shit. I want to give big love to the homie Jimmy, Apish OG. You can call.
Look at that damn thing.
All right. There you go.
All right, here we go. Big love to Apish OG. You can cop. Oh, sorry, Lucky muted me, but we're back. We're back, everybody. Big love to Apish OG. You can cop all their amazing flavors of Apish OG at OG Nation in the city of Maywood. Come get your flower and edibles. OG Nation is a one-stop shop for all your cannabis needs, baby. So just go ahead and follow them at Apish_OG. That is at Apish_OG. I will get the next one going when Mr. Coffee... I'm joking. My personal private jeweler is running 10% off discounts this month on custom work. He has the best prices in the game, and his attention to detail is one of a kind that you can't get anywhere else. His prices are much more affordable than his competitors, and that is because he's a one-stop shop and does everything himself, from creating your 3D file to casting the gold to polishing your piece and even setting diamonds, okay? Every piece he does is crafted to exactly the specifications you want that fits your budget at the highest quality. So hit him up at D.Leo the Jeweler, all right? So that is D.Leo D.A. Jeweler, all right? D.Leo the jeweler. All right, guys, we're going to take this break. We'll be right back.
Yeah, the devil's praying to me, and I help him go and get his way. You kept your word, boy, yeah, the devil said to me, and I can't wait to meet you one day. Yeah, I can't wait to meet you one day. Hey, 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 hey. Emotions out of focus, I'm crawling at my lowest. Feet hit the streets like a high-speed pursuit. I'm wild when I move, burning to your head, about to tighten up the noose. Bunch of clown faces blowing clouds of the booth. Woof, woof, hooters at the door, now they trying to run up in. I am not a guppy shark, stash everything. Dope in the pussy like a B of A deposit. Baby girl robotic, she gang bang ebonics. Hang with the wolves or you gotta pull your weight. Told the biggest tool, keep one in the chain. This is not a date, dance with the Mex, get your face in the cake. Yeah, the devil's praying to me, and I help him go and get his way. You kept your word, boy, yeah, the devil said to me, and I can't wait to meet you one day. Yeah, I can't wait to meet you one day. Hey, 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 hey. Pennies for my thoughts, I still can't make a dollar. Anybody home, Mr. 38 revolver. Holla, Lord, I need change. Heard you heal the hurt, I heard you kill the pain. Homie down the street, you left them dead in the dirt. Now his mama growing grays. Clouds in the skies leave tears on the grave. No smile on the face, just another t-shirt. Small funeral, see his girl when they flirt. Shit still fresh, still smell death. Bunch of drug addicts, can't wait to fuck next. Let the pussy rest, waiting on the prey like a goon in your home. It's 2 in the morning. Yeah, the devil's praying to me, and I help him go and get his way.
Check. Hey, we want y'all to call in. We're coming back. Lucas put his headphones or his earphones back in. Let's go.
Go hit that, doggy.
Let's go.
Hey, so I got something for you. Got this.
Hey, I
for you.
appreciate that. Hell yeah.
Absolutely. And
Borritas, I'm with it.
you know, one thing that, you know, this is one of our probably best selling shirts, this Hood Stocks one, but in the back it says never back down.
That part.
That part.
That was last night to the homie right there.
Yeah, never back
That's
down.
I appreciate that. Thank you, Victor.
Wait, so how? Sorry.
I got one more. It's an air freshener.
Ooh, I'm gonna
For your
stick that in
car?
my Impala.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, is that Impala yours? I was looking
Yeah,
at
the
your
64.
shit.
Yeah, that's mine.
Damn, that's hard, bro.
That's mine. Thank you. I
That
appreciate
shit's
you.
sick.
Hell yeah.
Stupid sick. And I got something for your wifey right here too. I just don't know what size,
cool.
but we'll do that afterwards.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Carlos, how did that situation diffuse last night?
Well, he was doing that in front of the sheriffs that were there, right? Because sheriffs always come down. Shout out to the sheriffs who always come to 99s because that's just what they do. So, it was an incident that happened. With somebody he was with, and that guy we maced him. So obviously we don't want to like intentionally put hands on people, but trust me, every one of my guys can. So to diffuse it, if you're still sitting there fighting, causing a ruckus, you get pepper sprayed. Let it go away for 30, 45 minutes. You're gonna be all right. He kind of freaked out, called the ambulance to come and help him, and
Wait,
the guy.
this dude called the ambulance?
Yes, because he could not. Yeah, because the pepper spray was a little too much for him. Man, but that's neither here nor there, and I digress.
He called the ambulance?
Bro, yes. So after all
Rio
that,
911.
so in my face, he got socked up. And it wasn't by me, and it was in front of the cop, and the cop told him it was either going to be him or the guy who hit him or me, and he's like, "You're lucky it wasn't her," straight up, and was just kind of like, "You need to leave. You were the aggressor. You got in her face. It looked like you were threatening." So, and then he was like, "You got cameras?" I'm like, "Bro, you're sitting there banging your hood, and you're telling the cops to look at your cameras. Like, get the fuck out of here." So, yeah, it was just, but it's alcohol infused drug. Because I guarantee if he ever showed up, the next weekend, he's either going to apologize or just not show up. You
got to escort that fool out. Ask him.
No, I don't give
86.
second chances like that.
Yeah.
Not when it comes to like threatening me, because like I said, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? Though there's no reason to get that nuts. It's not that serious.
Second question I had for you was, I know Lucky likes to play ball and stuff, but what was like your favorite basketball shoe when you were hooping?
Oh, I had the 4s, the Jordan 4s I had, and then I played with the. With the Penny Hardaways, those were actually my junior year, and then I would play with the 4s in college because I played college ball too. After high school, I played college ball for a year, and then I couldn't play and work full time. So I have a year left, and mind you, I work at the college I went to. So that's
really?
I've been in the education system for 22 years. I've been working. That's like my first job. So I worked at my alma mater, my high school I graduated from, and then I went from there to the college I went to. So I've been in the the school department or the school department or
Educational.
Yeah. So I've been working for school district. There you go. I've been working for school district for 22 years. Yeah, that's like my main highlight. Then I tattoo, I pierce. Now I'm starting to cut hair. I'm gonna be a barber. Because who the fuck is gonna tell you can't do everything? I went to college and I went to school for EMT. I was an EMT for 2 years. Then I went to sports medicine. Then I went to medical assisting. There's nothing. You just gotta put everything under my belt, bro. There's no way. God kept me here. He didn't take me as a youngster doing stupid shit. I'm still here. I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I can. All streams of income to take care of me and my family. So I gotta do what I gotta do.
Having all the skills in your bag.
100%. You got to.
I love it right there when you have so many different stakes in the fire. You
got to.
I work. I'm a union electrician, journeyman electrician. IBW
nice.
Local 11, and a lot of the dudes trip on me because some of them know what I do outside. But they just kind of trip because they're kind of like a one-trick pony, and no talking shit,
of
no
course,
shade,
of course.
But I preach to them, or not preach to them, but I always say like, bro, come on, dog. You know what I mean? You got to get some other shit cracking, dog. You got to get them side hustles, baby. You know what I mean? And you just you got to plant the seed, and it may not be 5 years later or something, but you got to plant the seed right now.
It's consistency, bro. You got to be consistent, and you got to have discipline. Your motivation's not gonna be there every fucking day. You're gonna be tired.
Yeah.
It's times that I'm up for 24 hours at a time working high live. One of my guards don't go to work. I gotta go fucking fill in. I gotta work, turn around, go to work at 7 a.m. Go, either, now I'm just taking people to come in to get cut, just so I can get clipper time. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I don't have the time to go to school right now. I don't even have the money. So y'all don't think that the numbers by the K means that's how much money I got in my bank account. That is absolutely untrue. It's just all the people on my shit, the platform. But you know what I mean? Like I said, all streams of income. Plus, too, I gotta get an example to my kids. Like, you don't just limit yourself to one thing. Keep going. Do whatever the fuck you want. Like I said, if your hands work, feet work, do something, So now at 40 years old, taking on a career to be a barber, You know, but you know what's crazy? Shout out to my barber homies because they're like, dude, you're gonna kill that shit. Do it. You know, I was cutting my hair when COVID happened, even though it's like just, you know, the undercut of my hair. But you gotta learn somewhere, bro. And for me, I was like, dude, like that just goes hand in hand. Tattooed, you want a tattoo and a fucking cut, and then go to the bar next door to have a beer. Let's go. Like, you know what I mean? Like have it all together and, you know, do what I gotta do. So now I'm just, you know, doing that with my time and trying to get people in the chair, you know, for the clipper time. You know, I have a tattoo on Monday. I haven't tattooed in a cool ass minute. I just don't put it out there as much because I'm like busy doing, you know, the school, then my security shit and, you know, other contracts. I'm trying to get more contracts for like more stable stuff because we used to do a lot of dispensaries, the trap shops, which is cool, fast, good, easy money, but it's not stable, bro. You know what I mean?
And getting hit and shit.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, it's not even about me. It's about the guys who are employed by me because they have families they gotta feed. I'm blessed enough. I have another jale. I'll be fine. Yeah. If they're done, they're done. Then how, you know? And for me, like as an employer, becoming like going from an employee to an employer, like I know what that feels like now. My guys aren't numbers to me. Like they're people. Their families are. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if I just lost one of my contracts the other day, and it was actually a big one because they were just done with the services. It had nothing to do with us. They were just like, all right, I think we fixed the problem. You know, thanks for coming out. And I have 3 guys that I'm like, fuck, dude, let me find you more work. And it's like really like, you know, anybody else would be like, all right, peace out, have a good one, thanks for coming. And I'm like, I can't do that. That's not my get down. Yeah, you know, I can never be that way.
Especially when you say you're you know, this is more than just like employees, it's family, right?
Yeah, they're family at this point. Like they make me money. How am I not taking care of the person who makes me? I remember what that felt like working for somebody, and that fool treated me like shit. And I'm like, I have more experience than you. Why don't I get my shit together? And I did. I went and got my PPO, my insurance, bonded, everything. And I was like, he hated on me when I left, but I was like, bro, like, you're literally paying me pennies. I'm handing you $7,000 a week for doing everything you're doing. It's just under your name. And I'm like, I get how boss shit works, but I'm tired of working for somebody else. You know, even with my my corporate jale, like I'm over, bro. Like I'm really unhappy because they just don't appreciate the shit that I do. You know what I mean?
I feel that. I mean, I make great money doing what I'm doing, my day job, but, you know, we all have a dream, and, you know, my dream is, who knows? I mean, can you imagine doing this shit just 24/7, or not 24/7, but just banging out a few podcasts, and it's fucking, you know, making ends meet. I'm be able to keep the roof over their head, take care of the babies. You know what I mean? Everybody's living cool. Take care of my guys right here.
Yeah, you're giving people a voice too, bro. That's something big, and I don't think you credit yourself enough. You know what I mean? That you're giving people a voice that nobody would look twice. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm the epitome of what society doesn't want to be successful. You're giving me a spot on your platform, which you built to get my story out. Like, and I fuck with that hella heavy. You know what I mean? And I appreciate that. I got mad respect for you for that, and I don't feel like you know what I mean? Like maybe like when we're heads down and we're going and we're grinding, we're helping other people, we don't see the shit that, you know what I mean? Like, and it's great. I love to hear like the calls people call you and say, you know, give like good feedback to you. Like, hey, Lucky, we appreciate what you're doing. Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes like it's nice to hear that. That's not what we do it for, but it feels good. You know what I'm saying? It feels good when people appreciate that shit.
Yeah. You know what I just felt like fucking mainstream media, dog, wasn't fucking with us and shit. And so I was like, man, and I had the greatest conversations I've had in my life, and I've said this before, but it's been in a prison cell, it's been in a trap, dope house, you know what I mean? Yeah. And these were important people that are basically just like shunned from the world, and they're nobodies, they're garbage, they're this and that. So I wanted to give these nobodies a platform because we're nobodies to you, but we're somebodies in these neighborhoods. Exactly. And we do great things too within our levels, and you know, you just always I was doing good, and I want to change my shit, and I want to bring people with me, right? Yeah. You know what I mean? Inspire, and let's go. And then I'll be having homies here in the past, like, no Instagram, and they're still doing bad low key, but it makes them feel so good. Because they tell me, they're like, look, I was in downtown, dog, at the bus stop, dog, you know?
And somebody recognizes you.
And they recognize them. And that boosts up their fucking shit, you know? And that makes me very happy to hear that, because you know what? You all worth something. We all worth something, you know? And that's just all we do right here at Hoods Talks.
Yeah, same. I always tell people too, if you sit at my table, you're not gonna leave with anything less than either a new skill, a newfound spiritual path, something positive, because I can't be the one doing good in my circle of friends while my friends are down. There's no fucking way. I'm not gonna let that happen. Whatever they do when they walk away from my table is up to them. When they walk out that door, it's just like your kids. You want to teach them, you know, to be, you know, respectful, you know, productive citizens, they walk out the door, it's on them at the end of the day. So that's how I feel like with my friends. Like I know a lot of people. I have a very small circle of friends because I've had to weed that shit out. You got to cut out the cancer. You got to cut out the dead weight. The people who use you for who you are, who what luxuries and all this other shit that you get afforded to me just because who I am. And I'm like, I don't want to deal with that. And I'm okay with that. But like I said, you sit at my table, you're always gonna eat. I'm never gonna ask you for your plate back. I'm never gonna ask you to wash your dish. I'm gonna take care of that because for me having that knowledge, I gotta put on a homie. I have to. You know what I mean? Like that's just how I feel like I've been given that space. You know what I mean? And that voice to be able to do that.
100%. And you know what? I want to thank you for pulling up today. I want you to plug all how people can support you. Tattoos, security, fucking the fades, baby.
The fades come through. Let me know. Yeah. So my Instagram is HRTLSS, the number 1. I have my platicas on TikTok is HRTLSS _ the number 1. My tattoo page is our studio with myself and my homegirl Vina. Shout out to Vina's Tats. She's the other homegirl who tattoos in my spot. It's TEZCATL _ tattoos. No, wait, actually it's all together. My bad. So Tescat tattoo. So, and if anybody wants to know what Tescat means, it means the smoky mirror from Tezcatlipoca, and that is actually my Aztec deity that governs my birthday.
So we need to bring you back for part 2.
Okay.
We need to 100% bring you back for part 2. I mean, as soon as you like to come back, because there's a lot of things, the Olympiads, there's things that I want to talk about. I'm interested in, but we'll make a part 2. Is
Let's
that cool?
do it. Yeah, 100%. I got you.
Thank you so much,
Yeah,
fam.
I got you.
I really appreciate you.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, thank you, everybody. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. Make sure you follow Heartless on Instagram. You support the homegirl. Man, if you guys could sit right here where I'm at and feel her energy, her vibe, I'm sure that's that's what, how do you say, transpiring something into their
transmitting
way?
Into
transmitting,
whatever they're watching.
Transmitting. I'm sure you guys
that's
are
top tier. I appreciate that compliment. Yeah, thank you.
100%. And this has been dope. This has been great. Thank you so much. We're at